All right, so I'm probably never going to be in well, not never, but right now I'm not going to be in a place where it's just me and it's quiet. So I will try to do these videos in areas that are as quiet as possible. I wanted to bring into thought a hypothetical because I had originally made a post talking about the cloning situation and how they're basically using multiple clones to feed illnesses and deformities in the DNA strands of the elites that want to do incest so their bloodline stays pure. It's not pure if it has imperfections in it. Just food for thought. Aside from that, um, the reason that they have created such a horrible Hunger Games ideology here with targeted individuals is because let's talk hypothetically. Hypothetically, let's say, again, the electrical impulses of the brain, when we feel something, when we see something, and we have a response to it. Say that's the soul. Let's just say that hypothetically. Our responses in the brain is the soul. Because when the body dies, there's no longer any responses in the brain, right? So when somebody's brain dead, yeah, their body still is there, but there's no activity here. Hence, there's no soul. Let's just talk about it and say it like that's a hypothetical. So if that's hypothetically the soul, if you have somebody, if you clone them and you have their DNA, when the soul leaves that one body, it's going to go back to a vessel that was built of the exact same DNA construct because that is the imprint that is on that soul's ideology, right? So the way that the Hunger Games work here is they've made multiple clones, me and whoever, and 10 other victims that had my DNA when I was born. And for example, one was at a young age a child with my DNA. So they probably died early on in life. Um, and then they went to the next victim that my soul decided to go into. And so now I am the 11th, I guess, because there were 10 lives before me. So now I am the 11th vessel that has the same DNA construct. Hence why my soul came into this vessel. Does that make sense? So each time the vessel is just like an NPC. It's like a glass of water. So the water moves from vessel to vessel when it's taken out. And it's the same way of the soul. So that's why they've created it as like a sick, playful game. Like, let's just do this to this one creature. Oh, let's do this to the next. It's harvesting, but it's not just harvesting for organs. It's not just harvesting for DNA. It's not just harvesting for material wealth. It's also harvesting for spiritual energy. Like I mentioned before, the Geiger counters from China to the United States, when there's a horrific war and a lot of people die and people are sad because their family members have died, that generates a negative energy field. That generates a lot of negative energy. And that negative energy fuels whatever extraterrestrial or dark entities, whatever you believe, it fuels their life source. So that's why it's done. And this is all hypothetical. Let's just talk about philosophy. If we don't believe this, let's just say hypothetically, okay? But being a targeted individual and knowing that I have had multiple clones, knowing that my DNA has been taken to clone multiple times, knowing that I am literally discredited to the point of being murdered, I cannot deny the fact that there has to be something more. And again, I've had some near-death experiences. I've had some really weird, strange, mystical experiences. I can't deny the fact of a spiritual reality either. Not anymore. And science proves it. Like I said before, the universe resonates at the same frequency that our heart, beats at. Same frequency that the strong nuclear force resonates at within our atoms, etc., etc. That's one consciousness that resonates in everything at the exact same frequency. So, and that's science, guys. So if that's science telling you that there's a consciousness in everything, how can you deny that Mr. Omnipotent God, one consciousness, does not exist? whatever. What if you want to call it Krishna, you want to call it Allah, you want to call it Buddha? That's irrelevant. Like Eddie Griffith said, it doesn't matter who the messenger is. Did you get the message? Do you see what I'm saying? So I just want you to keep that in mind. But I wanted to give that idea that that's what has been going on. So they search for these souls so that once they die, they generate a massive amount of energy, and they harness that energy and harvest off of it. And then they go to the next victim when that soul leaves and goes to another clone of the vessel. And the way that the media industry has been doing that is by they've basically been harvesting that for property and material wealth. The royal family has been doing that for years. Why do you think the royal family does not work, does not have any actual jobs in you know in England? That's not logical, and for the people to think that that's a fun thing, that they're the only country that has that, for them not to question that is kind of concerning. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up into a hypothetical conversation. Please, by all means, give me your thoughts on that.